Baroness Uddin.
My Lords, for some years, I've spoken in this House in support of the Register, our marriage campaign led by Enna Khan OBE, whose commendable work has established the urgent need for legal recognition of any marriages conducted with religious ceremonies. This is not so at present, as the Lords have said, and impacts significantly numbers of vulnerable women who often only become aware when marriages dissolve, that they have little or no marital and financial rights. Will the Noble Lord the Minister agree to meet with me, even with Zoom, and interested members of Parliament, with the legal and community experts of the ROM team to gain greater insight in resolving these outstanding anomalies and eradicate its harmful impact, given that the laws on marriage are due to undergo further and imminent changes?
My Lords, the position is that there is a very real social issue, but not a legal issue with regard to this matter. It is not possible simply to say that we will acknowledge all religious ceremonies of marriage of any kind as legally enforceable. That would actually expose people to greater harm in the long term. I'm perfectly content to meet with the Noble Lady and with others to discuss this matter. I believe it would be sensible to defer such a meeting until we have the Law Commission's terms of reference and their consultation document in September this year.
Baroness Warsi.
My Lords, I'm sure my noble friend would accept that the role of politicians and indeed government is to ensure that the law responds to the needs of a changing community. So therefore, could my noble friend explain how, despite having 10 years of consensus within government policy that religious marriages and indeed particularly Muslim women deserve the same protection as other women who are in marriage, the government still fails to put that protection in place?
Well, first of all, those who undergo only a Sharia ceremony are not in marriage. That is the source of the problem that we have to face here. And that is more a social issue than it is a legal issue, and it's a matter that requires education and information more than it requires legislation.
Baroness Sheehan.
May I ask the Minister how the government measure the effectiveness of awareness campaigns to educate socially isolated Muslim women and girls on the benefits of a civilly registered marriage?
My Lords, there is no absolute means by which one could accurately measure that issue, and therefore it's necessary to engage with these communities and to analyse feedback from these communities in order to ascertain the extent of the problem. I readily acknowledge that there is a very real issue with regard to the Muslim community's tendency in many cases to undergo a Sharia ceremony rather than a legal marriage.